J Sports Channel.
And here we are in quarantine. Hope everybody is safe. And let's start off with our first segment. Of course, we want to thank the Ajemians and the Janonians and the Mosmonians. That's what JM stands for. The Ajemians are currently sponsoring this, so thanks to them, we are here today in this beautiful studio. Obviously,
as you can see, today we're wearing masks, obviously because of the coronavirus.
Right.
Before we get into our sports segments, here are just some coronavirus tips.
Yeah. So
Number one.
We're going to start off with coronavirus tips. Not very sport-related, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Arno, Vaughn, Anais, and Sean. You want to start with number one, Arno?
All right. Number one, wash your hands after you use the restroom. This is an obvious one. All right. Number two, stay indoors. Don't spread it. Don't go outside. That's what you got to do.
Right, for sure.
Anais?
Have general hygiene.
For sure. Don't make up false information. Come on, we know about this. People are just trying to think of they're thinking they're so cool by saying, "Oh, I heard this, I heard that." And come on, why? You can't information. This is a national crisis, and we can't know about lies. We got to know correct information from these news channels. And well, we're obviously not telling you lies about our sports channel, but that has nothing to do.
Arno, now you go. Number five, respect the government's rules. Don't just go outside. Don't cough on everything. Don't, wear masks when you go out, Vaughn. All right. Lastly, you have to love and thank our first responders and everybody who is helping this pandemic end.
That's right.
Of course. But they're working really hard for you guys. Remember that. All right. Well, let's get right into it. Why don't you start us off with our first sports segment and arguably the most important. I think we can take off our masks now. Shall we?
Yes, we should.
It's getting really annoying, guys.
Right? All right. So let's talk about the first thing. So we have Tom Brady. He decided to leave New England, which is insane. Honestly, as a great coach. Honestly, well, great coach. I'm not saying his manners are nice or anything. I'm saying his coaching. I mean, there's some pretty nice things going on there. Obviously, I hate them. I'm a Steelers fan all the way. But he decided
Dolphins fan. Yeah.
Buccaneers with a 2-year, $50 million contract, which is, I believe, twice as much as he makes in a year.
That's crazy.
Which is a good leap.
All right, but you know what? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense is great. Their quarterback just sucked. Okay?
This is the thing that I go with every time, and I talked about this in our first Jam show. You need a good quarterback to create an amazing offense. If your quarterback doesn't know what he's doing, your offense fails. And let's say you can have the best running back in the world. Let's say Juju. You can have Juju. You can have all those people. But what if you don't have a good quarterback who cannot throw the ball where it needs to go, and all they have to do is go for leaping catches or Odells and stuff like that, then your team cannot exceed.
Yeah, they're gonna fail.
Joe Namath said right before Brady left to the Bucs, he said, "The worst decision I ever made in my life was going to the Rams, leaving the Jets right before I ended my career. Nobody remembered it. Brady, stay with the Pats." What does Brady do? He goes to the Bucs. Nobody's going to remember this period in history. He already was getting paid a lot. He wanted an extra $10 million, the greedy rat. And what's he going to get? The Bucs? Really?
What's your input? Because
my input about Tom Brady going to the Buccaneers is, yes, the money, but like Sean said, you have to have a good quarterback to get good offense. And now if he goes to the Buccaneers, when Tom Brady was on the Patriots, it was amazing history time.
He won 6 Super Bowls.
Always remembered that. But now he moved on to the Buccaneers. Everyone is never gonna remember him.
He ain't gonna win nothing with the Bucs. Have you ever heard of the 23-0 Bucs?
Yeah, he's out of the
0-23. 0-23 Bucs. When they first started out as an NFL team, 0-23. I mean, obviously they've changed over the course of like 30 years. But seriously, Brady, the Bucks, you couldn't have chosen a worse team to go to.
He just wants the money at this point.
Yeah,
It's money.
And the location, I mean, I understand that Boston is very beautiful and it does have some very nice national history museums and landmarks. But
think about it. What's happening is, honestly, I wish I was alive during the times when Dan Marino was playing, all of those times. Because when those times were there, they were like, they weren't playing for the money. They were just playing, having
they were
fun.
just having,
They didn't care. Honestly, back then it was just a fun out game. Now it's just money.
Now
And if I don't get my money, then I'm not going to play for you. I'm just going to find another team. Back then, trading didn't happen that often. You got drafted to a team, and you stayed there with that
for a
contract.
very long
And
time.
many players were completely fine with that. But
I
now,
mean, obviously there were a couple of some exceptions, Eric Dickerson, for example. But when it comes to the money, that's all the players want these days. They don't really care about the game anymore, which
Brady's
is just
career
sad.
is technically over.
it's pretty much they just want more. They want clout. They want people to recognize them as celebrities. They don't want to be recognized. They want to be recognized as celebrities and make money off of it. They don't care about. I think they really do care about the game, and they're really good at the game. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think they're playing at the best of their efforts. Because if we go back in history, you can see that many players are playing 10 times better than what they are today. People are slacking off because they know at the end of the day they're getting their money. That's why.
All right, so let's move on.
One word, please. Tom Brady's career is technically over.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's basically kind of
that's
true.
the thing. Is he
I think he's like 43.
2 years to get his $50
Yeah.
million?
Mm.
This is obviously a widely ruled theory throughout the NFL, but honestly, I think Brady's on PEDs.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. The guy's 43 and he plays like he's 30.
No.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
I think I made the comment actually on Tom Brady. What Vaughn actually said, he's ruining his career
Correct.
by going to a very unknown team. Like yes, the Bucks, yes, it's a beautiful place, like Arno said, but still, he's doing it for the money. $50 million. He's just doing it for the money. Like Dan Marino, he probably didn't do it for the money. He did it because he wanted to make a lifelong career. He wanted to make his team.
Dan Marino didn't even get traded.
Never.
Dan Marino.
Loyal to the Dolphins. And the thing is, like, back to going to my point, trading wasn't a thing back then.
Yeah.
Now these players are like, oh, trading's in the world. Why can't we just, like, freaking remember the good old days of, like, the 1500s where there's trading with all of these countries and all of these settlements and
This actually-
civilizations. That's what's coming back. It's like let's just say the Steelers are a civilization. They want to trade humans for, let's say, the Patriots. They want to trade somebody. So it's like saying they're just trading.
Speaking of
It's money, free agency. Free agency wasn't a thing back then. It wasn't. It was if your team said you sucked, you were like too terrible, I don't want you on my team, then they would have traded you or let you go. But now it's free agency is applied. Honestly, let's be honest. Are you gonna be that kid? Let's just say I'm a kid, right? I'm in a flag football league, let's just say. But I don't like this. Am I just gonna randomly between the season when we're doing pretty good? Am I just gonna leave my team and be like, I don't care about you guys anymore? I'm gonna go to another flag league.
You don't make money when you're a kid.
All right, so we have a lot of other topics to get to. Let's hear one last word from Anais before, though.
Yeah. Speaking of trading, that brings me back to Antonio Brown. Remember, he went from the Steelers, he rage quitted. Then he went to
Let's not even talk about him. I don't even want to hear his name ever again in my life.
just got
He makes me sick.
traded 3 different teams like in 1 month. It was
All
so
right,
That man has a disease.
Right.
Like buttholeitis, all right? The
Vaughn,
man is insane. Each team that you go to offers you $30 million. Hell no, I need 50. Okay, let's move on to our next topic. There will be a quarantine draft this year for the NFL. All right. this topic is a widely suggested one for us to talk about, and we have gotten a lot of information on it. So, obviously, there will be a quarantine draft this year for the NFL.
There's also mock draft.
There's also mock drafts, which
Something to do while you're in
they're a fun thing to do while you're in quarantine. Try them out. So the quarantine draft this year, obviously there won't be like tons of people from every team just piled there rooting for blah blah blah. They're all going to be at home watching on TV. I think there's only going to be like 5 people on stage at most.
Happening.
What do you think about it? What's your take on it, Vaughn?
I mean, I don't really suggest it. I mean, if you're gonna like not, well, I don't really know what to say, honestly.
Let me elaborate real quick. So honestly, in my opinion, I feel like this is a freaking waste of time. If you think about it,
Exactly.
that's all it could be. It could literally be a phone call. Like, let's say On Ice was getting, she wanted to go into NFL. She was doing really good, and they wanted to draft. Let's say the Steelers pick her up. She's like, "Hello, we want to draft you. Will you accept, yes or no?" That's as easy as it is. Just staying at your home.
It's just
And
saying
then-
yes or no.
and
I wouldn't even gather up. I would just, whoever had, the statistics of who won, who lost, all the teams in order, and whoever they would get in the draft. No trading up or trading down. Just, it stays that way. You can't, and you get who you get. That's literally how you do it. Because you can't really do it that way without anybody getting exposed. I'm sorry.
Correct.
Also, with the NFL, another thing I'm really pissed off about is that they changed all these rules, like 17 games in the season, right before this all happens. This doesn't even matter. Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Like, everybody's going to a hardcore lockdown in 2 weeks. Why are you changing everything up? Just to, cause tension and nobody can do anything about it?
So also, back to the draft. Just like I said, it's just a phone call. It's like Coach Tomlin picking up the phone, saying, "Hey, On Ice, do you want to be on our team?" She says yes. Hey, they celebrate, and then you just put it on, and then the NFL.
It's like a freaking player drive-through. That's all you need to do.
The guys go to sleep at 8, they wake up at 9, 1 hour later trying to get the first phone call to the other player who's probably asleep by then.
And then if people are so anxious that they don't really give a crap and are just going to be like, "No, I need to know this," then the NFL Network can just literally just go on NFL.com or something like that, and you can just be like, "Today, On Ice Mazmonian was drafted to the Steelers." That's all they could write on the
Well, you
website.
can't trust the internet these days.
I know, but I'm saying the
That's not
official.
true.
No, I'm saying the official NFL.com. The NFL-based people put it on their website. That's official.
That's
All right, guys, we're going off topic here.
So, let's move on to our next subject.
Bono, do you want to elaborate on our next topic about Mahomes?
No, I want to say one thing. So obviously, let's go back to our Super Bowl picks on the last episode and who we thought was going to make it.
And we were actually pretty lucky.
Yeah.
We actually, 2 of us, actually, I don't remember who, but I was one of them. 2 of us decided that we knew
The
that
49ers.
49ers and Kansas City were going to go to the Super Bowl.
No, it was the 49ers and Ravens.
Yeah, it was Vaughn and I. And then
Arno and I
Arno,
guessed
Seahawks.
Kentucky and Ravens. That's what we guessed.
oh yeah, that is true. Okay,
We were pretty close.
sorry to get off topic from last season, but I'm very disappointed on how the Ravens played.
Yeah, I
Very
mean, they kind of had a chance.
That
They had a
Titans
really
game
good chance.
is pissing me off. How you are the number one, you have the best quarterback. You have the
Lamar.
you have Lamar. You have all these cool,
MVP.
and you lose to Tennessee, a team that nobody noticed. Isn't that insane? They just came out of nowhere. Honestly, I didn't care about them. I never talked about them.
Really, Ryan Tannehill?
Now they're like,
After that game, I'm
that's
like,
a
holy
huge
cow.
Deal.
They beat the crap out of them.
All right, so let's move on to our next topic. Mahomes overtakes Brady on the list of top NFL player sales.
Right,
All
Bono, you elaborate on that. What do you think about this? And who do you think is a better player, Mahomes or Brady?
Mahomes.
Obviously, Brady is a better player. I don't want to hear that Mahomes is, younger.
You said he was on PD.
All right, we'll go.
Well, he's still a better player. It doesn't matter. He is better in general. But he's older, and he's going to have to quit soon. So
I take Mahomes.
Mahomes overtaking Brady doesn't really surprise me, considering that Mahomes is young, he's good, just won a Super Bowl, and is on a great team with players like Damian Williams and a great offensive line. So, honestly, Brady, he's going to a crappy team. I mean, the Bucs, their offense is great, don't get me wrong. But defense-wise, they can't do anything. And Brady going to them kind of ruins the whole drift of the Brady-Pats thing. And that just, lowers the spirits of the Patriots for a long time.
Bono, who do you think is better? Who do you think deserves this title of being the number one sales, the
Number one paid player?
Mahomes. He deserves it. Brady has gotten MVP about 2 or 3 times. This guy's a second-year player.
And he's already won a Super Bowl. Insanity.
Amazing.
Insanity.
guys? All right, my turn. Honestly,
Yeah.
Mahomes deserves this because the Kansas City offensive linemen aren't that good, and Mahomes has quick feet and can throw that ball pretty fast. Now, if you go to Tom Brady, you'll notice in many plays
He
that
just throws it.
he literally has the best offensive line. Nobody can get past him. I don't think he's been in a terrible sack situation. He's been able to just chill there and just throw it. They have the best offensive lineman. So now with the Bucs, let's see if they have a good offensive lineman, and let's see how his playing changes. And if it changes, then we'll realize that, oh, crap, Tom Brady isn't that good. He just has a good offensive lineman.
All right, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Both of you guys over there in LA. Brady the Pats versus the Bucs right now with all the trades. Brady's on the Bucs.
Bucks.
Bucs.
Bucks.
Because who's gonna be their new quarterback for the Pats?
True.
Yeah, if I were the Pats right now, this would be a great time to take Jimmy Garoppolo, put him on the starting lineup. Unfortunately, they don't have him.
Because they traded him. That was Belichick's worst move.
No, that was not his move. Jimmy Garoppolo just left.
No.
No, but Belichick let him leave.
No.
He let him leave.
No, Tom Brady hit free agency, and he's been in free agency for a very long time. That's why. See, honestly, this free agency crap is dumb. You're just giving players freedom to go wherever.
Listen to me. Belichick's worst move in history was getting rid of Garoppolo. And obviously, even though he's the great Bill Belichick, he's made some bad moves before.
Right.
But this one was the worst by far. Because now he doesn't have anybody. He doesn't have anybody to play. Who's he going to play, the third string? Where's that going to get you? The wild card? You insane, Belichick?
I want to talk about two things here. I want to talk about two things here, all right? So, it's somewhat of our topics today, but I want to talk about, you elaborated on this, just don't interrupt because this is kind of important. So, if you talk about the Rams, they were literally in the Super Bowl with the Patriots, right? And both of those teams fell apart. And like we were saying, they just fell apart. The Rams fell apart. Then you have the Patriots who lost, I think, who did they lose? It was
Patriots.
No, Patriots lost somebody who retired.
Gronk?
Who?
Gronk.
Yeah. Anyways, that guy retired. And after he retired, everything fell apart for that team. You can tell they just failed. And then Tom Brady's like, oh, I can't wait to leave this team because we failed. This is our first fail in the full year.
Actually, they started falling apart, I think, when Brandon Cook got injured in the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl. From there on, I was kind of wary about the Patriots. Cook gets injured. A couple years later, Gronkowski gets booted. Or he doesn't get booted, but he leaves.
Right.
Next up, Garoppolo leaves. After that, Julian Edelman jumps on a car and gets arrested. This was very recently, if anybody remembers that. And lastly and sadly, well, not for me because I'm a Dolphins fan, but Tampa Bay steals Brady. So let's move on to our next topic. We're going to the NBA, traveling all the way from the NFL to an entirely different sport.
And
This one is states that he was the first NBA player to get tested for the coronavirus.
Right.
What is your take on this, Sean?
Honestly, it's not that crazy. I feel like he's boasting, just saying, "Oh, I got tested first. How cool is that? Look at me." I think we should honestly move to the next topic because it's not that important. To be honest, do you want to go to our next topic and talk to us?
Yes.
The next topic, number 6.
Number 6, if you are looking for masks and the NBA is selling a face covering for COVID-19 relief, we still don't know if they are free.
Right, so this is a very nice thing of the NBA to do, to create masks to help people. Hopefully they are free, because if they are not free, then that would be very sad. And honestly, let's just wear our masks. I'm going to wear my mask now.
I know. It's always good to be cautious, Yeah, even in your own house.
Right, so if we go to, if we're talking about this, the face covering, honestly, that's really nice for the NBA to do. We haven't seen any other sport do this, and that's very nice of them to do such a thing.
Here's the question I have for you guys. Do you think the NHL and the MLB and the NFL and all these other sports leagues should start doing this?
I think they might mimic the NBA. I'm not going to lie. They might mimic.
Yeah. All right. So, again, not a very significant topic. So, let's move on to our next one. Von Miller tests positive for COVID-19. Now, obviously, we've seen various sports players of all sports test positive for this concoction. But we haven't seen that many NFL players compared to NBA players. So Von Miller was kind of a surprise considering he was one of the first ones. So what do you have to say on this, you guys?
What do you have to say?
I have to say that the fact that all these players in the NFL, I'm surprised most of them didn't test positive. But on NBA, it's just that I can't explain this in a way, but they're just testing positive because they think it's not that much of a deal. But once they test positive, they think, oh God, it's a huge deal. But basically, NBA players didn't take this testing and once they got positive really seriously. But we'll move on about that in our next topic. But let's
talk about
please.
What?
Can I have a word, please?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so this is not on the list, but I just wanted to mention to all of you who didn't really know. I bet you all know, but recently in January, Kobe has died in a helicopter crash.
Right.
sadly.
And
Yes.
also we have visited this,
Sadly.
my sister and I, and actually something about it, we are Armenian, and the pilot was Kobe's best friend and was an Armenian, and Kobe did trust this person. Now we are still not sure what happened to the plane. I obviously think it's a mechanical failure, and the Armenian
Or a fog. But in fact, my grandpa, he actually knew the pilot for the plane. So he was also very sad when the plane went down because the guy who went down, the Zoroyan guy, he was actually a friend of my grandpa.
And actually, also to talk about something,
He's a friend of our uncle.
he was actually our friend to our uncle too. So yeah, he was a really good friend to our uncle.
Very sad.
Family friend.
Devastated. My uncle's actually been in one of his his helicopters, and he was a very, very well pilot. My uncle said his experience was really good.
He was a trusted.
He was honestly a very good guy. He knew what he was doing, and Kobe wanted to fast travel. Like, come on, he could have gotten a limo, or none of this would have happened.
I actually have a comment.
We've actually
on that.
seen this place. I have video footage of where this is. We've seen the crash site. Unfortunately, it's very sad.
I have a comment
And
about that.
hopefully nothing too serious happens again. This 2020 is not going too good.
Let's move on.
All right, kudos to Kobe. Sorry for your loss, Kobe's family. If you're watching this, probably not. But let's move on to our next topic with Anais.
Actually, about
I'll talk
Kobe.
about the last stuff.
I was scrolling through YouTube trying to find our channel, right? As I was going, someone actually took footage of Kobe and Gigi on the helicopter.
No, they didn't. That was a fake. That
Are
was
you
a
sure? because that
Yes, there was actually a little bit on YouTube and it was fake. All right, let's move on to the next subject. I'll talk about this. So Rudy,
But can I say it, please?
so Rudy Gobert
Let
makes
Arno talk
fun
about this
of.
one.
I'll just say,
Okay.
and then Arno can elaborate first. Rudy Gobert makes fun. Well, his name is
Gobert.
and he makes fun of the coronavirus. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna touch everything." Puts it in his face and everything. Puts his fingers in his mouth, and of course, right after that, guess what happens? During halftime, he tests positive, and he didn't believe it. He got pissed, and he started mimicking this crap, and he was like, "I don't believe it." Blah blah blah. And then also, his teammates and his opposing players also tested positive. So what goes around comes around.
Yeah, he spread it throughout the whole
so
game.
one of his teammates, Donovan Mitchell, also got it from Rudy Gobert. And because of Rudy Gobert, he was defending Christian Wood, and Christian Wood got it from him too. And later, Rudy Gobert apologized for his disrespect to the coronavirus, which is honestly crap. What the hell was he doing?
All right, Arno, it's your take about this whole
What do you think?
All right, Rudy Gobert. I usually don't cuss, but you piece of. All right, I think we just need to get that all out there. Last time I said that Antonio Brown was the most arrogant player in history.
That's
Right.
correct.
That's Rudy Gobert now.
Yes, that's true.
Sorry. You touch the mics, you put it in your face, you give it to two guys, probably more. What a piece of, again, sorry. Anyway, so the guys who actually clean the mic, they're on Twitter, of course, and like the reporters who take the mics out, they got so pissed at this guy, Gobert. Like, if you touch the mics and you have the disease, then all those reporters that take out the mics and move the set to the next city, they add it too, and then they spread it, and then the people they give it to spread it. It's like a pyramid effect.
This is airborne.
Airborne stuff, all because of Gobert. He gave it to 8 other teams apparently: Pistons, Raptors, Sixers, Celtics, and more. All the teams that they played. This is insanity. What are you doing, Gobert? Just
Unfortunate that one player would do such a thing. Honestly, this guy literally got his punishment.
I have a comment.
This is what happens. You mimic it, you get it, then you spread it. Everyone's gonna hate you now. You see what you do? You don't mimic, because what comes around goes around. That's what happens. This kid,
I regret
honestly,
taking Rudy Gobert on our fantasy team.
So yeah, on our fantasy team, we actually had Rudy Gobert, and right before he got it, the player slot said non-applicable. I'm like, what the hell is going on? We look up Rudy Gobert. We see the video of him touching the mics and whatever. We still don't know he hasn't gotten it. So we turn on the Rudy Gobert game, and he's on the sideline, and they're testing him, and he gets freaking coronavirus right in front of us. Not only did I lose fantasy points, god damn it, but this guy, he's literally on live television right before he makes fun of it. He gets tested twice. Remember this. First at halftime, that's the one I saw. He gets tested positive, and he's like, that's a joke. Then he goes and starts touching everything. Then after that, he goes like real doctor, not a sideline doctor. And they're like, you have it. And he's like, holy.
he's such a
Okay, I'm actually gonna have a word for this. Gobert, I think the fact that he has known a lot about this coronavirus from news and everything, and it even pops up on his phone. So he should know that this is actually a real deal. But when he goes, he touches everything, he puts fingers in his mouth, and it literally says it on news every single day. Don't put fingers in your mouth. Don't wash your hands. Sorry, 1 second. Wash your hands. Wear masks. Don't get anywhere around people. But what does he do? He disrespects that whole rule. Those 4 little things that can affect the whole game.
I agree.
That's unfortunate.
right.
That's
So
a horrible
also
thing.
the thing is, many players and many people in general are just like, oh, it didn't come to me, so it's probably not gonna come to me. And then
What goes around comes
most
around.
people think like like let's say somebody got cancer, then other people are like, there's no way I'm gonna get cancer. I'm fine. Don't worry, I'm perfectly fine.
Cancer is not contagious.
Like it's not, no, I know, but you can get it.
You can
get
get it,
it,
but
But it's not contagious. I'm not saying the contagious part. People are like, I'm not gonna get it just because that guy got it. I don't care. Let's just say like the coronavirus. My friend got it. Just because he got it doesn't mean I'm gonna get it. That's true, but it could happen. And this guy this kid believed that there's no way he was gonna get it. And what does he do? He mimics. He touches everything in a freaking stadium where there's many people could have maybe had it.
He's 33. He's not a kid.
Half of the people watching probably got positive.
I don't believe that.
But there are chances.
All right. So
Newscasters probably got it too. Like
here's a little bonus topic that I just thought of. Thank you for watching. But right before we leave, it's a little bonus topic. It's about my man, Donald Trump. Not really my man. I hate the guy. All right. So Donald Trump, he has been up to no good for the past 3 months. He's the worst speech giver I've ever seen, by the way, in his daily briefings. And I actually have to give kudos to the Queen of England, Elizabeth II, I think. 93 years old. This woman gave the best coronavirus speech I've ever heard. Better than every single one of Trump's freaking speeches combined. She spoke like a grown man. Spoke like the president of the U.S. times 45. Spoke like a leader. Trump speaks like a 14-year-old kid. I think the coronavirus is going to do something really bad. Like, he doesn't say anything that makes sense. And he carries note cards. The guy's really good at just making stuff up right on the spot. He's like, he killed the coronavirus.
All right, so let me tell you guys about this, all right? So, I'm just saying, not in general here, because I know some people don't like Obama. But I'm going to say here, if Obama was our president, he would have dealt with this situation way quicker, would have known what was happening. Donald Trump just goes to his advisor and is like, I don't know what to do. I'm the president of America. Can you help? And then the advisors don't know what to do because they're the freaking president right there and doesn't know what he's doing. And he's like, hey, guys. So on his daily briefing, he's like, this is literally him every day. The coronavirus is crazy. Stay indoors. Stay healthy. I totally didn't get this off a cheap website that I found off the internet. By the way, very beautiful. Very beautiful. China's taking care of this situation very beautifully. But we're going to do 10 times better. I believe in you, America. Bless you. He says very nice things, but he doesn't know what he's doing.
People are dying that have never died before.
I'm going to build a wall
He hasn't
so
gone
the
anywhere with
coronavirus
that.
doesn't get into America.
Okay, I actually have a take on
Conspiracy theory, guys. Donald Trump set up the coronavirus so he could increase the amount of people who want him to build the wall.
All right, everyone, I have a take on this. Okay, Donald Trump, whenever he makes his speeches, he doesn't take up time. But when I go to Obama, he put thought into it. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. But Donald Trump, he's just like, all right, guys, stay healthy, do what the internet says. I don't care. And then the world gets it, and we're just like, what the heck are you doing? And then
Trump, on the first week that he gave his coronavirus speech, he's like, coronavirus, it's a hoax. Your life is a hoax, bro. Seriously? Everybody's freaking dying, and the coronavirus is a hoax to you? Get a brain.
Queen Elizabeth's speech was actually very powerful. That was an amazing coronavirus speech from Donald Trump's
He talked about the first responders. He talked about how to stay healthy. She talked about how to help. She talked about all these important global crisis topics. And Trump just does the same thing every day. He goes on TV, walks up with his note card. Thank you, Target, Walmart, blah, blah, Amazon, Bill Gates for helping me with the coronavirus. And I'm hypocrite, so you can do the rest. See ya. Get some Cheetos to eat and watch TV.
Also, my family is doing the best out of this coronavirus. We are so beautiful. We are doing great. We are so
China handling this very well compared to China. 2 months later, America has like 15,000 more cases.
Guess how much we just...
Oh, okay, maybe China's handling it more well, but we're still really good. 2 months later,
Hey guys, my name is Donald Trump. So tonight,
it's gonna be really bad, watch me on TV.
Ardo, my family has been doing the best. We're so beautiful.
All right.
We donated. How much we donated? We donated $50. I know it's insane. It's more than America ever makes. We are beautiful.
Okay.
We are baby.
Can I do something?
Yeah. Vaughn, your turn.
So he goes up for a speech. He's like, "It's a nasty question."
Yeah, when the reporters ask him, he's like, that's a nasty question. Well, of course, the coronavirus is a hoax.
All right, guys.
All right, I actually have one more.
I think we should end it off on this note right after Anais give your last take, and then we'll say the ending.
Wait. Quote by Trump. People are dying that have never died before. What? That doesn't make sense. Quote by Trump.
Our horrible president at the moment is that he doesn't really care about his country. That's what I'm kind of thinking. All he
No,
cares.
he does.
Well,
No, he cares, but he doesn't know what he's
but he
doing.
does. Yeah. That's what I mean.
He's just like, yeah, I'm America now. I have all the power. Let's go give
Okay.
nukes to bomb.
I am not
Let's go
done
give
at the
nukes to
moment.
people.
Donald Trump, he has never put thought into his country. He's made ideas that hasn't even worked. Like the wall, for instance, it hasn't worked at all. He hasn't made like one profit about anything about that. And the fact that he's not a beneficial president for America at the moment. Like if Obama was our president at the moment, he would have gave away free masks like to the whole every state. Like
I feel by far Obama would deal with the situation way quicker. Continue.
way faster, and way more beneficial.
Well, at least Trump is trying.
He's
He's trying,
yes,
but he's not trying hard
he's not-
enough.
He should be trying harder. Like
All right, guys, I think we should end it off on this note. Thank you for watching this sports channel.
We love everyone
Thank you.
watching this show. We love you guys.
everyone, please stay safe. Thank
Peace.
you, nurses, doctors.
First responders and everything. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you very much for
for the
sponsoring.
sponsoring.
We love you
Yes.
guys. First aid responders, everybody who's taking care of this coronavirus. We hope you are well. Love you guys, and we're gonna end it right here. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.